Well, hello, happy Thursday, and welcome to Elegant Sentiments today. I'm Sheryl, the owner of Elegant Sentiments, and I'm happy to share some Pinkfresh Studio products with you today. This is my weekly card share number 108. So it looks like most people will be watching this on replay. I thank you for doing so. And let's go ahead and get started. I've got here my inks from Lisa Horton Crafts. I've got some matte blending inks and a couple of Pick by Paula inks. I've got, let's see, Early Sunrise, Hokusai Navy, Gauguin Grapefruit, and Hopper Emerald. And these are the inks that I've got for today. And then for my products, I've got Pinkfresh Studio's Butterfly Garden Bundle. So this is the stamp set, and it has a coordinating die and layering stencils. And then for my background, I'm using these dies, and they're called rounded and braided rectangles. So these are the products that I'm going to be using for my project today. And move some of this out of the way. And here is the project. A sweet little hello card that we're going to make. So this is the project. And we'll go ahead and get started. I did do a little bit of homework. I'm going to start with, I went ahead and die cut from the dies. I die cut the largest and the middle. So I've got two die cuts. This one, I use these two to create this one, and these two to create this one. So this one I'm going to leave blank, but I do want to put some ink onto this one. So we'll go ahead and ink this up with just a light coating of the navy. Let me find my blending brush here. And we'll get that done and get it out of the way. And then we'll do our, we'll ink up the stamps and get that going. So I'm just going to really kind of pale, mid-pale, I guess, with this ink blending. This ink pad is really juicy. I forgot about that. So I'm going to make it a little darker than I had planned to, but it'll fade back. So I'm not too worried about that. So I hope you're having a great week. So far, the last day of the month. I'm ready for May to come around. April was kind of a crazy month around here, especially between the weather and crazy goings on at work. I'm happy to see April go on its merry way and have better hope for May. I should have got a rotating platform. This would have been a good use of that platform doing this inking, because I have to move my thing around. I'm really a little excited. Tomorrow I signed up. Simon Says Stamp. Their company is here local, and they've got a little conference going on. Starts tomorrow morning at in Lewis Center, Ohio. So I'm pretty excited to be able to go to that. This is my first time ever attending a Simon Says Stamp event. So I'm pretty stoked about it. It'd be fun. I didn't do the full conference just because of my other obligations, but I do have the general pass, and I'll be I'm sure doing some shopping and getting some good tips and tricks from the classes that I can attend through general admission. I wish I would have been able to do the full conference. That I'm sure it's going to be loaded with information. I love learning new things and trying new things, and getting new ideas. I don't get enough time to watch other videos and learn like I used to at one point. I used to be really good at watching other videos and learning new tips and tricks, but anymore just can't seem to fit it in the schedule. So that's going to be it for the outside layer. I'm gonna come in a little bit more around these edges though. Just get them a little bit darker. May as well take my time and do that all the way around so it's not so, it's okay to be a little uneven, but I don't want it totally uneven. It can be lighter going towards the inside, but I think I want these outer little decorative images to be about the same color. There's going to be a little bit of variation just because of the paper and how the ink hits the paper and that sort of thing, but we'll just do one more round just for good measure. And get a little closer to matching all the way around. Okay, so that's all I want to do with that panel. And I'm just going to move that off to the side and clean up my mat here. Get rid of all this blue ink. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do that because I'm going to use this mat for my inking. So I do want to go ahead and get this cleaned off. All right, so I'm going to bring in my stamp positioner. Got my little Misty here. And I'm going to ink up the stamp in that same blue ink. Just got a spare piece of cardstock here. And let's see. Here's the stamp set. Again, this is the Butterfly Garden. And this is all one piece with all the little pieces that go to it. It's such a cute, dainty little set. I really, really like it. I'm going to put this out too because I'm going to use that later. That little hello. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this down. And I don't know where I put my little I don't know what you call it, little marker, the little thing I used to push. I'm sure it has a name. I just don't know what it is. The little round thing that I typically use when I'm just kind of tapping and swirling, getting the ink all over that stamp. Don't want to get it over inked, but I want to make sure everything's got ink on it. Okay, and then I'll find my little, here we go, this guy, just to add pressure and let that ink grab onto the paper. And this one is really, really quick and easy. It's lots of little flowers, but they ink up, because they're so teeny, they ink really quickly. And I think that looks pretty good. Oh, this little flower right here. Well, I'm going to put some more ink on because there's one flower here that's not getting ink. Which one is this? It's this one. So kind of in the center there. I'm going to re-ink that part. Just make sure I get a nice, I still miss some of it. It's over here. I want it to smush. We'll just get that ink on there. And this should do it, I think. Yeah, so we've got everything on there now. And I'll bring my little sticky mat back and start using the stencils. And I'm just going to put that down there like that. And cover that back up before I have ink everywhere. But I'm really really excited about tomorrow. Maybe I'll get pictures. I don't know. I'm really bad about getting pictures when I'm at an event. I'm so focused on what I'm doing. So this is stencil number 1. I think I got these in the right order. I can't find my numbers here. There it is. Yep, this is stencil number 1. So I'm just lining it up with the stamped image. And it's got little markings and stuff on the stencil itself if you want to use that, but I find it's just as easy just to line it up with the actual image. And this, I'm going to start with the greenery, I think, because the majority of the stencil is the greenery, and then I have a little bit of the butterfly, but most of it is going to be greenery. So I'm using Hopper Emerald for the greenery, and we'll just go around and ink this all up. And these little leaves are so teeny and delicate. I'm not really worried about shading or anything like that. We're just going to make them green. This is a nice, vibrant green. I like it. I think it fits well with this stamp set. Just bright and cheery for our little cheery hello. And just going around. I could use a bigger brush probably, but I just don't want to risk getting color where I don't want it, because these little pieces are so teeny. I want to make sure green is going where green is supposed to go, and the other colors go where they're supposed to go. I bought quite a bit of new to me products from Pinkfresh Studio a couple of months ago, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to start using what I buy. I had this real bad habit of getting things that I like and then putting them away before I use them. So now what I'm doing, I'm leaving them out. When I buy something new, I leave it out until I actually use it, and then I can go ahead and file it and put it away. And that seems to be working a little bit better for me because I'm actually using the new products that I buy, which is the goal, right? Sort of. I think it's just for me, it's as much fun buying new stuff as it is using it. I think that's why I like card crafting so much, because There's always something new to try, and you get Christmas all the time. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with the green, and then for the butterfly wings, for this part of the wings, I'm going to use the navy, and we're just going to do, I think, I'm not worried so much about the little butterfly because I don't actually end up using that one at all. For this design, I'm just using this butterfly that I'm working on right now. And just put a light little coating of blue on there, and we'll get more color variation with the actual stencils because they ink up pretty quickly. And then on to stencil number 2. And we'll be grabbing some of the flowers and the butterfly, different parts of the butterfly. Get the stencil lined up. Okay. And then these little flowers, I'm going to make them early sunrise, and the bigger flowers, I'm going to make those grapefruit. So I'll start with the teeny flowers first, and then the bigger flowers, I'll do grapefruit. The bigger of the teeny flowers, I guess I should say, because they're all pretty teeny. So cute. I don't know that I've ever used stencils that are so little like these. Let's see. I think we'll do this butterfly this way. Again, this is not one that I'm going to use, but I'll go ahead and ink it up and save it for another project. Let's see. And I want to do this one the same. Okay, and then everything else I'm going to do on this stencil in the grapefruit. And it's very similar color, but it's just a little bit lighter than the early sunrise. So they pair well together. And I think there's a stencil that'll let me put some detail on these bigger flowers. So I'm just going to go kind of light with them, and then if I am misremembering, I will come back and add more color to these flowers later. And that's it for stencil number 2. On to number 3. And get this lined up. Make sure I get this, yep. And where is it? There we go. There we go. This is putting a little bit of accent onto, okay, come on, I had you there. a little bit of accent onto the leaves that are there. And it's just so, they're so teeny. Oh my goodness. But it's fun. I like it. I think it's just so cute and sweet. And we'll go back to the hopper green for this one. And we'll put a little bit of extra color on the butterfly wing with this one as well. So I'm just going around that same green. If you wanted to really try and make it a variated color, you could change up the green, maybe go with something that's a little darker than this. But I think I like this one. And it's going to show up darker anyway, just because it's another layer of that same color. Oops. I didn't have my stencil taped as well as I thought I did. Moved a little bit on me there. And then I'll take and add a little bit of navy. Oops, I missed one. This stencil. Well, I hope this comes out where it's supposed to be, because this stencil is moving quite a bit on me. I didn't have it taped well. Okay, and then there's a little piece of the butterfly wing there. I'm going to do that in the navy. Okay. Get rid of stencil number 3 and go on to stencil number 4. And here I think we're adding some accent to the flowers. Yeah. And the butterflies. So I'm going to do this in the early sunrise as soon as I get it lined up here. So teeny, not a lot of space for lining up. And let me put the tape down, actually put the tape down on my stencil and not the, why is that not lifting up? It's really stuck down there. Okay. Make sure nothing moved. Okay. And I'm going to use the early sunrise on this one. Cover up this blue before I stick my I'm just getting the tip of the butterfly wings are going to be this early sunrise. And then the extra accent on these little flowers is going to be the same. This would be pretty in pinks and purples too, I think, because it's so sweet and dainty. And I'm just doing this whole thing in early sunrise, keeping it simple. And then the final stencil, oh, I'm going to fix that because I don't mind it being out, but I want that. I don't want that white showing in there like that. So we'll just fix that real quick. Okay. All right. And then this is the last stencil. This is stencil number 5. Oh, I have it backwards. Okay. Oh, no, it isn't. In this pack, they actually sent me 2 of stencil number 3. I was confused when I first started working on this, and I forgot that I have 2 stencil number 3s. So that's all the inking that we have to do for this little panel. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and cover up all my inks because we're done inking. Okay, and then get this out of the way. Now bring in the die and we'll do die cut this, and then we'll be ready to start assembling. Short and sweet. I do have to stamp my sentiment, but I'm gonna wait until after I pretty much have it assembled, and then I'm just trying to get this lined up. Trying not to put my head in the camera. But let's see. That looks pretty good to me. Let's see. Take a different angle. Let's see, so you can see what I'm doing. I think that looks pretty good. This is one of the dies again that has the white border around it. Like the one I used last week too, I think had the white border. I don't know, I get so confused with all of the little videos that I do. I think I did one last week that had the white border. Okay, and then I'm just going to run this through my Platinum 6 over here. It is they're just a regular sandwich for die cutting, the base plate, the top, and the 2 cutting plates. I'm going to try to angle that a little. It's a pretty big piece of paper, so I don't know. And then when we're done, I have lots of little bits here. Here. And hopefully it all cut. I think it did. And they're not super teeny, which is great. And most of these little butterflies I'm not using. I'm just going to use the one. And most of the florals I'll use. And I don't need all of the greenery, but I will use some of it. So I'll just leave it here until I figure out what I'm using and what I'm not. Okay. All right. Now I'll just put this over here out of the way. Like that. And then I'll start. I gotta take some of these little pieces, little chads are still stuck in there, so I want to get those out. It's those little details. I like the little details that Pinkfresh adds to their dies. I thought I saw a little chad on that one. I guess not. This one has 2 little ones here. And that little butterfly, we won't need him or him. We just need this one. I think. There. And all these little bits. And some leaves. So those are pretty much it. I could have actually gone a little more vibrant with my colors. These are a little more pale than my sample, but I think it's still going to work just fine. Now I need to find that die cut panel, and I'll start figuring out where I want to put these. So I know I want this long one to go here. And let me see, I'll just use my sample as my guide to tell me what I did last time. I did that, put that one like that, I think. And this one was over here, like that. And I had some green, well, maybe this was down a little ways. Yeah, that's what I did. It was more like that. And this piece, I didn't even use this piece from before. Nope. So I'll leave that over there. And then this piece I think I put here, and I just cut it like that. So I think that's enough. I don't think I need any more than that. And then I'll put my little butterfly on. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to put that together so I could know where I want to stamp my sentiment, because I'm going to stamp the sentiment directly onto this panel. So I wanted to at least have some idea of where I'm planning to put these pieces. Take this stamp off. And then I'll put this into my MISTI, and then I'll put the sentiment on and stamp it, and then I'll assemble everything. That's my plan. Oops, both my magnet. I have bought these extra magnets, and it's good to have them, but they really do grab them with each other all the time. I don't do a good job of keeping them separated. Okay, and I think that, there we go. And then I'll stick this little hello kind of right in here. That's my thought. So I gotta make sure that it's actually on there straight. Actually, I did pretty good for a change. I got it where I wanted it. I think that looks, it's hard to tell with these ones that don't have a flat bottom if it's actually straight or not. I think we're gonna be okay though. I should have left it where it was because it's sticking to this thing. Yeah, I think that's okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and stamp that in the navy and stick it on there. Not worried about those. And then I'll be ready to put it together. I know it's not going on there, but I just, there we go. Okay, get the ink off my fingers, off my stamp. And we can start putting things together. Get this out of the way. Okay. And find my glue. Oh, hi, Rebecca. How are you? Thank you for being here. In this set, just the cutest little thing. It is just so adorable. I love it. And I like it even more when I get things that I love and they're on sale. That makes it even better. But this is a, cute little set, and you can obviously put it on a bigger card and use the bigger sentiments that come with it. And I'm just gluing this on, and I'm going to add this panel to the card. I'm going to stick that under there like that, I think, using foam tape. So it'll have a little bit of extra dimension. And it's got plenty of texture with the die cut backgrounds I'm using. So I like this one. There we go. And then this one, I'm going to put some foam squares on the back of that. Got some little ones on just on the head of the flower. Yeah. And I'll stick that like that. So I'll put a little bit of glue down on the base and use the foam tape for our little foam squares for the top part of the flower. Just have them meet right about there, like that. And then this one, I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm just going to trim around that edge. Okay. And I think right about there is going to be good. Kind of hugging that little hello. And I get my scissors and trim this piece. Like that. And then I'll add my little butterfly, and then we can put it on the inked panel that we did earlier and put it on our card front. A sweet little note card, nice and springy for this time of year. Of course, I make spring colors all year round because winter depresses me. And I'll just put our little butterfly right there, flying in. And then I'm going to put this, I've got my A2 card base here. And this panel, we're just going to pop this onto the blue panel, but we're going to do that with foam tape. So I'll find my foam. I might have to use my big fat roll. My other roll is in the, yeah, I'll be able to use this for this. And I'll just need one go. It's very sticky though. Yeah, I got this, Rebecca. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was on sale when I got it. I don't know if it's still on sale or not. But I'm trying to stop myself. They have a really nice special this week. They've the product of the week they've got. And if you buy the stamp set, you get the stencils and the die free. And I'm trying to tell myself, don't do it. But it's like when you get the stencils and the die for free, it's hard not to just go ahead and do it, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to, let me get all these little chads off of here. And it's just hard because it's such a great buy, you know? I think that's how they get me. I love my crafting supplies. And I love bargains. So I'm going to bargain myself into the poorhouse. I'm always finding a deal somewhere. Oops. Okay. I don't want that down there. I want it up there. Okay. So you have the little white tabs in the corners, and that is just fine with me. You could trim them off if you don't like that. You could just cut around it, but I actually like it on there. And then we'll add this our little decorative panel and put a few little gems on there. Let's see. Try and get this straight, as straight as I can. Because as soon as that tape sticks, it is stuck. So, okay, so I've got some little gems here. These are the champagne clear drops. So I'm just going to add a few of these around, and that will finish this one up. I think I ended up doing pretty much all the same size on this one. Where's my little pokey tool? I am forever losing stuff. Well, here's one. Let's go with this one. I've got another one that I use. So I'm going to put one down in here. And what size? I think I want this size. See, I could never grab it with that one. Let me try this one. These round ones, I just struggle with them anyway, just because they're not flat or anything oops. They're not flat on the top at all. They're completely round. There. And I'll put another one here, I think. And over here. And over here. And then one more little one for up there. I need one smaller than this one. Let me see. I don't know if a smaller one, this one looks a little smaller. No, it's the same size. I know I thought for sure there were ones that were teenier than this, but maybe not. Let's see. Nope, I think that's the small, oh, wait. Here's something that looks, nope, that's the same size. So that's the smallest one. Yep, that's the smallest one. Wow. Yep, they're all the same. That's the smallest one. Okay, so quit stressing over it. Just put them down. I spend so much time chasing little gems when I do this. It's funny. I like the ones with the, I like these, of course, but I like the ones with the sticky backs are my fave. Okay, so there we are. Yeah, they do get you. They know they got their marketing people are very good at what they do because they get me month after month between them, Lisa Horton and Spellbinders. Um, I'm going to be working this little part-time job forever because that's where I get all my crafting money. But because I'm retired, but I feed my habit and keep myself occupied with my little part-time job. I love it. Keeps me busy and makes it so I don't have to stress over my habits. So that is today's project. I hope you like it. And if you do, please give me a thumbs up. I will be posting, let's see, today's Thursday. I'll probably post something on my Facebook page, Elegant Sentiments Limited. Maybe not till Sunday because I'm going to Simon Says Stamp, their little event today or Friday and Saturday. So if I post there, probably won't be till Sunday. I'll be live with Lisa Horton on Monday on her channel, and then on my blog, Elegant Sentiments, I'll post there on Wednesday. So thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic week and that you get some time to craft your own little bit of kindness. And we will see you next time. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.